Kevin, it's been quite an afternoon. A 7-0 victory over Nuneaton Borough this afternoon. I know I spoke to you on Thursday evening, and you spoke about today's game and your plan for how where you thought the chances are going to come from, but you can't have imagined something like that would emerge.
No, it was a surprising result. Nuneaton have got a lot of experienced players in their ranks and in the group, and there are one or two on the bench there, a little bit younger that can get off and be very, very capable players. So, no, you don't expect a scoreline like that, but certainly, enjoyable day for hopefully everybody. And as I said last season, we're getting people around the ground smiling again is important to us, and enjoying the football is important to us. And yeah, it's been a nice day, and we'll look forward to next week now.
Sure. I guess after a result like that one, there is an element of needing to keep people's feet on the ground. It's 4 games into a season. It's a long way to go yet.
Very much so. People are finding their feet, and we've had the previous 2 games a little bit disappointed to only take 1 point. I think you look at the commitment from the lads. Some of the poor refereeing decisions we've had over the course of those 2 games. It's been tough for us as management and the players to kind of have to accept. But like I say, the response that we've shown today, and the tenacity we've shown today, and hopefully a bit of quality and desire, and yeah, it speaks volumes of the boys in there at the moment. And as I say, it makes what you're planning for the coming week a whole lot easier.
Sure. Was there any? I mean, could you pick out one element that pleased you above all else, or is it just the whole thing?
Probably off the field, really, where we've taken George out of the starting lineup, and his response and reaction to that was first class. He's played well in the previous couple of games. We played him at centre half and at Leiston, and it wasn't quite working. Gave a whole lot better account of himself in midfield, and to take him out and show when I pulled him at the start and said I just wanted to change it because I wanted to bring Twarrick in and just go with a little bit more energy down either side. The way that he accepts that and gets on with it, if we have enough players that are able to do that throughout the group and throughout the season, I'd like to think we'll be fairly strong as a 17, 18 or whatever numbers we are now. And that's going to be really important to us moving forward to help to build and grow the group.
Sure. I suppose it might. Some people might say, the contrast in the performance today to how it was at Redditch on Monday evening. I mean, was there an element of today being a reaction to that, do you think, or
possibly in a little way? But I think the surface suited us in the way that we set up at home. We've passed the ball really well. We've shown high levels of energy and fitness out there today. And yeah, like I said, after the game at Redditch, we're disappointed after being in a winning position not to have closed it out, and people are disappointed. We all are, and there is that weight of expectation on the players' shoulders, and probably a bit on mine. But like I say, we recognise the pitch today and how to move the ball, and certainly much better in the second half when we link things up, and like Twarrick making a better decision to take people on instead of cross like he did in the first half, and brought about a penalty for us. The finishing was excellent from all the boys. Working the target was very, very good today. You look at the energy that we showed, and Ty was very exciting, 17 years old, and to come in and play like that is really refreshing. We've got Stefan to come back into the group as 18-year-old, has acquitted himself really well so far. So to get him back in and around the group will be a real positive. And like I say, hopefully we are starting to build and grow as a team and as a club, and hopefully we can keep this season moving forward and get another result at Barwell next week.
Sure. There is no midweek game, but it's 2 games in 48 hours again next week with, as you've mentioned there, Barwell away on Saturday and then Hales Hometown here on Monday. So just important to get something from those games.
Very much so. It's as all leagues are, if you want to be at the sharp end of it, it's relentless, and you need to stay up to your work. And like I say, 4 games in, I think the effort levels have been there in every game. I think the quality's been lacking in a few, and certainly at times at Redditch, and certainly at times at Leiston. And there were moments there today where we felt when we got in at half time to regroup and understand it and just point out to some of the lads where they can be going to be more effective, and they took that. They clearly took that on board. yeah, you know, we've won the game comfortably in the end, which is great for everybody. Lots of goals shared around there, which is good and will be good for confidence. And winning games and just winning games allows, you know, the whole week to hopefully unfold in a little bit, you know, easier situation. And then you're planning and, you know, getting people there and buying into, you know, what we're trying to do. But you have to go and do it all again next week. That's what you have to do. And like I say, be humble and yes, enjoy the game and the result, but we move on, and the season's a long season. And as I say, you know, we are going to still have some more bumps in the road. There's no doubt about that. But staying together and staying strong together as a group and trying to enjoy that with the supporters is really important to us. Hopefully we can tonight. We move on again through the week.
Sure. I thought about starting this with a little joke with you about, you know, the aspect that must please you there was the clean sheet, but the clean sheet will please you as well on top of that.
Definitely, you know, staying together, and once you've got the chance and opportunity to you know, be watertight, it's important that we understand that, because you don't always have that level of cushion in games, you know, tight games and situations. And I said, you know, off the back of Monday at Redditch, once they, you know, the sort of final 15-20 minutes after they scored, it's a difficult place for those lads out there to find themselves. But showing some resolve and coming through and taking something out of the game was important to everybody. And in those moments of kind of adversity where you're up against it, a little bit backs to the wall, and you know, that's where you grow and learn and become a team. And you have to face those and get through them. When you get the other side of it, you know, you can then move forward.
Sure. I suppose if there is a negative on today, it's probably just Nathan Fox receiving an injury. Any early?
Yeah, it's a hamstring, and you know, I'd say, I mean, we may get lucky and it may be a couple of weeks, but you know, it probably could be a whole lot longer than that, which is disappointing for us, because I think Nathan's arguably been probably one of our most consistent performers so far. But it gives the chance to Brad, who's wanted to get in there and play, and you know, he's got a chance and opportunity now to cement a place in the team. So, you know, again, another good lad, still only very young, still learning the game, but a great lad. And like I say, difficult for him when you're not in the side and you desperately want to be in it. But there we are, the moment's unfolded, and I'm sure there'll be, you know, chance and opportunity to show what he's all about.
Kevin, really appreciate your time as always. Thanks very much.
Thank you.